Yeah, you're in the frame, and so are all the books. There's
Well, that's okay.
There's books right here.
All right, I'm not worried about the books.
I need more shirts, I think. If we're gonna make videos.
Oh, I forgot I'm wearing a
it's like chick stuff where you can't.
The other thing I was thinking about is that because I was running around, you were running around. It's always a time thing with us, and so it's like I realized I'm wearing a Tesla sweatshirt, so I wonder how many people. I hate. But here's
Bring it. Bring it.
Fucking it. Here's one of the things. Okay, dude, how long did I work on cars? Worked on cars. I was a teenager, grew up in Arcola. Dudes working on trucks and hot rods forever. I got that. When I was 17, I bought a 1977 Trans Am with a 455 long block in it. I couldn't, it needed some work. It was a pretty cool car. Once I got it needed a new cam in it, which is not small. You got to take the whole top half of the engine off, put a cam in there. And I got this Crane Fireball cam. And at 17, to get that kind of money is a bitch, man. And so got a couple guys to help me fix the car up. And as soon as we took it out on test drive, we blew it up. And big blocks don't like that heat, man. And so anyway, and then after the Marines and law enforcement stuff and protection stuff, had enough, got married, and did regular work. And one of the things that I'd always known about was cars. So what did I do? I sold cars, and I worked in service. And then I ran service shops. And Tesla came along, and I really didn't think much of it, to be honest with you, at the time.
Like when they first started?
Yeah. When was that, like 2009, 10?
Yeah. 10.
I know out west you'd start to see them more, but then you started to see them around here. But anyway, around 2016, something like that, when I was a manager at a big company that we worked, we turned with. I mean, it was a big company, but my store was, I probably had 18 guys, something like that, and only had 4 master mechanics, like guys that can fix anything on a car.
Yeah.
And then I had a whole bunch of general service guys, tires, oil, all that kind of stuff. Well, I started to see Teslas come in, and what I found interesting was some guys, they think it's a pain in the ass, but one kid, if you caught him in the right mood, he was a great tech, but he showed me that these Tesla tires, they're specific to Tesla. On the inside of them, they have this foam. It's about this thick. It just helps dampening the noise. If you ever ridden in a Tesla, they're so quiet. Well, and he was like, the guy just wanted the tire patched and a nail in it, something like that. And so he's like, no problem. I'll just cut a little square out, patch the fucking tire, put the square back in. And I was like, good job, no problem, because Tesla tires are expensive. And but then I got in it and kind of checked it out. Oh, that's pretty neat. Then my wife fell in love with it. But then, long story short, we rented a Tesla just to fucking rent it to see. And then I drove the thing. I'm like, yeah, good call. I like it.
Yeah.
And I've driven every car. I've been, I've seen plethora of them, worked in the business for, over a decade, whatever. And I realized one time when I was driving the Tesla to go to see a client about something when I was working for a different company. And I had gone out to see this guy who worked at a big maintenance shop. And I fixed whatever it was he wanted fixed. And he's like, is that your electric thing out there? And I said, yeah, man. I said, but listen, you don't know who you're talking to, man. I grew up in the boonies around guys just like you, 454 Chevys or 455 Pontiacs, all that, the Mustangs galore, saw them blow up, dudes riding down the road, caught on fire, reach out, grab a handful of spark plugs just to fucking get the fire to go out. I've been there, but I still like the Tesla. And what he said was, he goes, what are you going to do when that battery dies? I'm like, what the fuck does anybody do when their car shits the bed? I get another one. But that's way down the road, and I don't care. And also, it's just as amount of fucking much pollution and trash as any other car, when they get torn apart.
Yeah.
And the other thing is with cars, and I used to tell people, man, it's a lot like a human body. It needs blood pressure. It's got, just like your brakes, you got to keep the pressure up, right? Yep. In those brake lines, and it has several different kinds of fluid in it. You got brake fluid, coolant, gas, oil. You don't have any of that in the Tesla. And so you understand where I'm coming from. I've seen this had trans fluid. So I mean that's 4 or 5 right there.
Yeah. And
so you're always dealing. So don't tell me that just because a Tesla battery goes bad, that 4 million gas cars are any better. Because dude, brake fluid, anti-life, that shit, man. It repels water. It's nasty shit. And then trans fluid, nasty shit. Coolant, nasty shit. It's all poisonous.
Yeah.
Oil, not that great, man.
Yep.
So my point is this. He suddenly looked at me as if I was driving a Tesla because I'm trying to make a political statement.
Right.
And I figured it out right then. I was like, man.
You were instantly someone he couldn't sleep with. You were instantly in that bracket.
Well, what he doesn't realize is that he wouldn't have a choice. I would just take it. But anyway, stupid motherfucker. But I said, hey, man, you think I like that car because I don't give a fuck about clean energy. It's a blast to drive.
Yeah.
It's fun as hell. I love it. I'm not trying to do some kind of but I'm just...
Same reason people get motorcycles.
Yeah, it's a blast. Yeah, you know, if you get in a small accident in a motorcycle, it could be death, right?
But it's worth the fun. Yeah. It's worth driving like a dick.
Dude, it's quiet. It's like having a golf cart. You just get in, boom. Yeah. You know, you just hit drive and go. There's no gears. There's no noise. There's no other shit you got to worry about. There's nothing. You just go, and you go fast, man. It's torque, and you go 0-60, and with the dual motor long range, like 3-something seconds.
I remember when Power Wheels came out when I was a kid.
Here we go.
Same shit.
Here we go.
It's a grown-up Power Wheel.
Skid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just cool. So I don't give a shit about, and then, Elon Musk is a brat. And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Right.
But it's just, name a Ford representative that you've really fell in love with.
Right.
Or something like that. But, so I don't understand the pushback on that. And also,
it's technically it's the most American car you can buy right now.
Dude, it really created and built it right in what, California?
The foundation of all the old stuff, obviously, like your preferred redneck vehicles, whatever side you're on. They obviously started out their classic American vehicles.
I like that.
But nowadays, like, what are they? All got subsidized. They got bailed out by the government. Tesla didn't.
Yeah.
Like, technically,
I just don't like the hypocrisy.
The buck has been passed, and whether you like it or not, Tesla is.
And also, whether you like it or not, Elon Musk did a hell of a good job doing that. And here's why I say that. When I was on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook anymore because it's about 70% trolls. That's all Facebook is.
Yeah.
Just shit. And I just was looking at something, and these dudes, it was just a guys group that were talking about inspirational, like people they want to. It's just an inspirational thing, you get an idea, go with it, work with yourself. You're not bad, you can get yourself out of the mud because it's really not a men's environment these days. And just look at the military numbers. But, what was it I had noticed? Oh yeah, so I came across this thing. These guys were talking about Elon Musk, and it's all pretty positive. They're like, well, and let's not forget the guy grew up in South Africa, not the nicest, friendliest place to be a kid.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, right, this one fuck up comes in there and goes, as eye rolling as this whole thing is, just said a bunch of just shit on everybody.
Right.
So and then I'm looking at this person's like a transgender or something like that.
Right.
That's totally fine, but no, I don't care. You're trans. Be trans, but just don't ask to be the first in line for everything. But it just doesn't make sense. The whole push.
What goes in line with whatever his demeanor was.
I don't care. But his demeanor was shit.
Right.
Craps all over everybody, and I couldn't help myself. I'm like, hey man, what is your problem?
Everything's wrong.
And then he's like,
except him.
Although it tried to look like a woman, but it was a dude, man. Maybe a previous power lifter, and his hair, it looked ridiculous. And so I just said, dude, what's your problem? And said, and this is what this fucker said. Says, well, Elon didn't do the whole thing by himself and all this. I'm like, I never said he did, and neither did anybody in this group.
Yeah.
But he's very successful. Undeniable, right?
Right.
And so, he wrote on the backs, he did some stuff with other people, and I'm like, how do you know that? It's like, well, I have friends. I'm like, okay, so you rub elbows with billionaires and tech moguls, but you're taking the time to shit on these guys right here? And I said, you're not a man at all. I got kicked off of Facebook. Not Facebook, I got suspended or whatever.
Yeah.
Because this little bitch wants to identify as a woman, and he's not, clearly.
Yeah.
And, but I get hit. That's when I was done. I canceled it. Facebook, I'm done.
That was pretty much all last week for me on Instagram. You're exactly right. And it seems.
But that's why the joke I saw before. It's like he misgendered me. He's like, "Oh, you're trans." Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Then do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
I think it was Family Guy.
Do whatever you want.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind. Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah. Do whatever.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Do whatever you want all the time. I guess that's what they're fighting for. Which no one can do whatever they want all the time. It's just ridiculous.
Last week I was hit up for hate.
So this guy gets no pushback for just crapping all over positivity.
Yeah.
But you call them out, and they're like, "You're getting suspended because you said things outside the guideline." I didn't even read it. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Delete Facebook. I'm out.
Same message I got. I got
sick of that shit.
I got that like 3 times last week, and they're like, "We're going to suspend your account." I'm like,
"Fucking do it." Mark Zuckerberg.
Both on Instagram and YouTube. Like, YouTube is just getting as strict as anyone else on just that topic.
But I don't have anything
shit
bad.
on anything else.
I have nothing bad to say about gay people, trans people. I don't have anything bad to say about any of that. But the moment they're telling me to fall in line and do what they say, I'm like, fuck you. You should be able to.
Right.
So anyway, I thought that was trash.
Yep.
And that's why I'm not doing that. So anyway, I just couldn't believe this whole thing where, this whole group of dudes trying to be positive, and then this trans person steps in and says it's all shit.
Yep.
And then the moment you say that he's wrong, she's wrong, whatever it is, this entity.
Whatever it would like to be.
Yeah. It's just an existing entity, supposedly. And apparently godly, because they can do whatever the hell they want.
It's just
I'm just done with it, man.
The nature of it is to avoid accountability.
Accountability, responsibility,
exactly.
anything.
The exact things that they teach you in the military. It's like,
so maybe they are women.
Yeah, I could just flip switch tomorrow.
Yeah.
And this is
back
my problem.
To being a dude.
Identifies the guy that was not here yesterday when the shit hit the fan. So I get to keep my job. Everyone else gets fired.
Yeah. Anyway, the whole thing was ridiculous. And I'm done with that. I guess the other thing we're looking at is we had a video the other day where I was talking about respect for the United States Army.
Yeah, a lot of people like that one.
Well, the thing is, it's true. And I saw some of the comments, Marines do this and Army does this. I'm like, oh, well, I know that.
Yeah.
I know what the mission is. I was one. And here's what I was trying to convey. To be clear, growing up in a Navy family, you didn't see much about the Army. And the only time we saw it, my dad's, I'm the only guy to not go to the Naval Academy. Great. And I was just too tall to be a pilot. Yeah, right.
I hear it's not even that great anymore.
Yeah, it sucks. Plane flies itself.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I'm kidding. But but here's the thing. So the only time the Army came up was when the Army-Navy football game, and there was just this huge, Army-Navy rivalry, which is a healthy rivalry. You need that. And so I didn't really know much about it. I didn't know anything about the Army except that, I'd met some guys, and I'm like, how are you doing, man? I was like, I was in the Army. You're like, were you? Wow. Like, what was your job? And it just seemed, so there's this perception that because there's so many people, and I met another guy that said, I was a quartermaster. I was like, what's that? I was like 16. And he's like,
1/4 of a full master.
I was like, I was like, a quarter. You would say that. A sub guy would say that.
25% of a.
But he said,
master.
All he told me was, I basically make sure all the troops have fucking toilet paper. And I was like, that's a shitty job. Literally. And so you just didn't see your mind. And then, of course, when you're in the, you're going to boot camp, they're going to pump, by the end of boot camp, they got you walking on water. You're this force to be reckoned with. Yeah, you are, if you have 20 other Marines with you. But still you're kind of nuzzing when you come out of boot camp, and then you go to SOI, and that's worse than boot camp. We talked about that. And then you get in the fleet, and that's when some real training starts, man. You're doing big time CQB stuff. You're doing, I was in 1-8, so there was a lot of force on force, and and rappel. You're doing rappelling, fast roping. No, that's another thing that reminds me. Like, they always show special forces, and they show dudes fast roping. Okay, bro, if you go down a fireman's pole, you can fucking fast rope. You just you just go. Anyway. So my point was simply this. So by the time I was a Lance Corporal, first year in the fleet or whatever, we're building up to deploy. So you got to do all these training things you get graded on. We drive these Humvees like an hour, 2 hours, whatever it was, to Fort Bragg, and we do this big fake war, and which it goes on for like a week, 10 days. And I was because I had a tow truck. Not a tow truck like you would think, but a tube-launched optic-track wire command link guided missile truck. For optics, not a tow. Beep, beep. Shit can't be parked here in the field, son.
We're moving it.
Like Army guys going, you can't take our, says no parking way up there in that tree.
Tow truck, what do you think it was going?
So anyway, we're on this tank trail or something, and I'm at this intersection, and, doing watch. We're there all fucking night, blah, 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 blah. And then over our radio, they call what's called index. Like, hey, it's the end of our war. We're done. Stand down, hang out, wait for orders on where to go. So I plop down in the ditch, and I've got like this bug net on. I'm cammied up, been out there for a long time. Weapons in my lap, and I lean back against a tree, and I see they're dropping guys. The 82nd Airborne, they're dropping these dudes. And, that goes on for a while, and then all of a sudden, down the road I'm watching, I see this staggered platoon. Staggered meaning they're like this.
Yep.
Going, like you do. Anybody staggered. You're always in staggered columns. They come down the road, and just because I had a tow gun truck, I should say, cat platoon Humvee. You're not mounted that often because it's kind of a wieldy. It's not always practical in every situation. So every Marine is a rifleman. Every Marine. Then I was already been machine gun leaders course, and that's kind of what attracted me to it. You get to use everything. So we're in the field most of the time, and tactics, ambushes, how to supposedly beat an ambush. But if you're getting ambushed by anybody who's any good, it's going to be devastating. But anyway, I'm saying I know I went to SOI, all the things, so I know how guys should operate, and we also do the same things. And they come down this road. And when I saw him, what I didn't see was, hi, Andy, I got my rifle. Let's go kill. I'm just saying that perception that you get. What I saw were honed-in dudes and not one battle rattle. Nothing made any noise because dude, you will get crushed in the Marine Corps if somebody grabs you like that and they can hear your gear shake. Yeah. And they were moving at a great clip. And they were going down the road, and I was just looking at them, and some of them were looking at me, whatever, but they were focused on what they were doing. They looked fierce. They were doing a good job. And what I'm saying is that it made me proud. You're talking about the biggest fighting force in the land. Marine Corps is very small, man.
Yeah.
And so to see Army guys doing the real deal, like they were conducting themselves like soldiers, and I had never seen that. And that's before any deployments. And I'd seen this in training. I'm like, these fucking cats look squared away. They're doing what we would do.
Yeah.
And then I can hear the noise of another truck coming, and they do exactly what we do. When you're going down a road and you hear noise, no hesitation. You don't need a signal. Everyone just goes into the woods and keeps going the same general direction unless each side calls a halt, and you're going to see what the hell's coming down the road. Well, they got into the woods, and I'm saying they didn't make any noise, and they did it perfectly tactically, just like we would have done. And I'm just saying that I appreciated that. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those fucking cats look good. And except for that wimpy lieutenant that walks by my Humvee and he throws something in there, and I'm like, ooh. And I didn't know what he threw in there. So I go and look at it, and it's a Marine Corps cover that somebody folded up and put in their pocket.
Yeah.
And, of course, what I thought is, sir, are you telling me I can't go out here and find some fucking Army trash laying around anywhere? I already have, but I didn't save it for a special occasion to give back to you. You stupid fucking queer. God, what a bitch. But anyway, he did his little thing. And then after that, I've never had any problem with Army guys. They were awesome. But I was mostly around the 82nd in the Rangers.
Yeah.
What's the 101st? The Screaming Eagles. And then in North Africa, I believe, somebody will probably correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 5th Special Forces Group. Those guys do North Africa, Middle East, and stuff like that, I think. Because I was in North Africa on this live operation, and then everything was done. And apparently we were just making sure that these guys didn't get someone sneaking up on them while they were doing their operation. I'm like, oh, we're done? It's like, and 5th Special Forces Group, like, good job. I'm like, I didn't fucking do anything. First time. I was like, I'm ready to fucking... But anyway, that was my whole point. Wasn't like, oh my God, these guys are... It was just that it was a good feeling.
Yeah.
That I saw that... Because I had never seen that. That's all.
Yeah.
And a lot of Marines haven't. And until you deploy and you come across all kinds of guys.
You get a better appreciation for just how dominant the home team is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, that's who I want on my side right there. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got the Rangers. It's a whole nother level. But the Rangers are just soldiers, so, what's the Rangers? Hump 30 miles while starving, locate individuals that require killing. That sounds very familiar, man. And then, by the way, add crappy weather, mosquito, all shitty terrain. And so that's what I meant by that. So there were some comments coming back. People telling me, like, well, Marines do this. And then even while I was there, they have a very different rifle range. They had this, it's called unknown distance. So, which I think is great. It's very effective.
Oh wow! You have to estimate.
Well, you got to you got to figure it out. So your battle
they fuck with you. They have like mega targets and smaller targets.
No, you're just like in this concrete bunker. This is on Fort Bragg, and they have pop-up targets that are just all different ranges. And your battle zero, I believe, was 300 yards. And the one thing they don't do in meters, rifle range.
Good.
So, but anyway, with the Marines, they spend almost a month just learning your wind. You have a shot book with you, so you'll take one shot, and then they'll take the target down. They'll put a big white blotch in there.
Yeah.
Put the target back up, and then so you can see where it is. So on your grid, you actually mark that, and then you adjust your windage from that. So they spend a lot of time. The rifle range is slow for Marines. Of course, after that, you do all kinds of... You do like everyone else. CQB, fire and movement, shoot, move, and communicate. You're always doing that. But I'm saying the actual rifle range that you need to qualify on focuses, and I think it's a good thing, because I use it today. It focuses on marksmanship. Because Marines, they're originally sharpshooters, in ships.
Is that the standard for qualifying as a Marine? Is to get sharpshooter?
Rifle range. Yeah, sharpshooter. No, you just have to qualify.
You just have to get marksman.
Yeah, there's marksman, sharpshooter, and expert.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's different. I think the score is like 220 or something like that. But since I was not a shooter when I went to the Marines, I just did what they said, and I got expert. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, expert.
Yeah.
Doesn't even sound cool.
I've been out shooting rifles a couple times with my father when I was young. So we only had we qualified once with rifles. Mm. That was it. One fucking shot to get it done, and I ended up getting sharpshooter. I was one misfire away.
Yeah, it can be one.
At the time, you're not practicing weapons at all, and I was just lifting weights, and I was so fucking stiff in my shoulders. And we went to this private range, and they actually gave you a shooting jacket and a sling. And when I was prone, everything went through the middle, right? Everything was a bullseye. And then when I had to sit, back was so freaking tight from all the stupid lifting I was doing.
Sitting Indian style?
Yeah, Indian style. Yeah, or one leg up.
So I had to sit Indian style. 250 yards, 300 yards. 300 yards, your moneymaker.
Yeah.
Because you do everything there. I think you do kneeling, sitting, and even standing, and then you go to 500 yards, and that's all prone. And the guys you make a loop sling, comes off the butt of the rifle, you get all tight, and all that. But
and then so I started prone, and then the sitting, and then the last bit was standing,
For the
And it was-
Navy.
Yeah,
What kind of rifle was it?
it was an M14.
An M14.
Yeah.
I held one once, and I was on an LSD, landing sport deck. In
They
the
feel badass. I wanted one after
me and this sailor were on guard duty together, and of course I had a M16 A2, and he had the M14. I was like, "The fuck? Let me see that thing, man." And I thought he was going to do this whole like, "I can't hand over my," because the Marine would do that. Like,
Right.
well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh fuck, I don't know."
Try to hit that.
I was like, "Really?" He was like, "No, Marine, don't pull the trigger, please." But I did like it. I thought it was, plus, it's a big, heavy round. But
It was so tight for me. It was so wound tight. Seated, I couldn't right the rifle. It was canted the entire time, and I did well seated because everything was so tight. But just wore me out. Like I said, I was so freaking muscle bound from
the thing I hated the most
lifting
was the
my spare
kneeling
time.
position.
Standing is where I blew it. It got so bad where my sway, I was
shooting worms
off the target on, and it came down to just I gotta time this shit. That's how bad I'm swaying.
Kentucky windage. Should be now.
I was literally
pull trigger.
Like, anywhere on the target at minimum was going to give you 6 points, and that's how much I missed expert by. So I had one misfire. I was like, fuck, I just needed to hit the paper somewhere,
Yeah.
And then pistol, we went quite a few times, so I was able to self-improve enough to get expert with pistol. But
yeah, I got
just don't really care.
Not like anything special, but again, because I had no pistol training before I went to the Marines, I was just like, do what? The same way. And then when I was with the Department of Energy, I got the highest on the range. I remember the DEA runs that because those motherfuckers get the most gunfights.
Right.
He goes, look at the target. He goes, who is this masked man?
Yeah. It was funny. The guy.
But just again, fundamental. Just do what they say, man.
Speaking of like the Army, the guy and shooting, the guy that I mentioned last video that showed up just toward the end of the film, the clip rather, where he was like he came from a boomer and didn't know what he was doing, and he was all over the place. Before
nobody knows what a boomer
so
means.
boomer is
but everyone else thinks boomers guys like they're just old and
so it's not a person. It's an SSBN. It's a ship submersible ballistic nuclear. So nuclear powered ballistic missiles. That's the nuclear warheads. That's the intercontinental ballistic missile. Right. So the B stands for
is a post World War II kid.
No, it's not a person at all. It's just a big ass submarine with nuclear missiles on it. They operate a little different than us. They go out for 3 months and just stand by in case we got a nuke shit. And then they come in and a whole crew change out happens. So there's actually 2 crews for one ship. So they pull in, blue crew leaves, gold crew goes back on. They do some fixing up of the ship and they're out at ASAP, right? Mm-hmm. So not a long, they try to minimize the overhaul.
Force and readiness, man.
So that there's always 24 nuclear missiles ready to mess things up.
Speaking of World War II.
All over the globe. But this guy, I guess he did Army, and then he was on an SSBN that never went out to sea, and then he got sent to our ship. But he went out to qualify pistols once, and he put everything into a freaking golf ball size hole on the range.
It's called tight group.
Yeah, and that was pretty impressive. As much as a pain in the ass that guy was.
We finally found something you can do.
Yeah, in case we got to shoot someone.
Which will probably, while you're underwater. I don't know,
Yeah, well,
I'd be shooting another sailor. I'm guessing. Well, Aquaman, you got to have a tight group.
They'd be more upset about shooting the equipment before.
Well, I was going to ask you.
Somebody else gets shot.
I would not be fired up to discharge a firearm in a submarine.
Everywhere you go is something that could blow up.
Yeah.
Like
you don't want to everyone.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot. We have shotguns with slugs, unfortunately. So, I would imagine there would be buckshot, but one of the tactics they train us, if in case we're in port,
it actually probably might not penetrate the hull. I mean, it seems small, but I know a submarine hull is pretty fucking serious.
Yeah, it's surprisingly thin.
It's not like a helicopter hull.
We have frames every 3 feet. That's really what gives it its rigidness. But the metal, the steel is only but like that.
Man, that's the last thing I would want to know.
Yeah. In between each frame.
It's between you and dark depth of the ocean.
1.5 inches of,
not that much.
Of HY80. That's it.
Anyway, good night, sailor.
Yeah. I mean, when you
I
sleep
love
next
being
to one
on
of
ship.
those.
So on the ship I was on a couple different times, the Marines are always in a berthing area way down there with all the racks and everything. You can always hear the waves splashing against the the ship. But I never felt, and then I don't know, I liked it, man. I slept like a baby as the ship rocks,
Yeah.
And some guys, as soon as you get out to about 6-foot swells, 8-foot swells, they're like, you see them, they're like, ha ha ha. Then they don't look so good, and just like it's a series of events, then they don't look so good. Then they sit down, and then they lay down, and then they curl up, and their lips are gray. They look terrible, and I don't think it has anything to do with being tough. I think some people just get seasick, and some don't. I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, the more it rocks, the more I like it. Except when you're trying to get dressed, man. I hated that shit.
I think it depends on which direction you're facing. Like, if the rolls are coming from the side, so if your life is...
I didn't give a fuck.
If your life is going like this, it's a little bit more rough than if you're facing it and you're kind of rocking this way.
Yeah.
We had a sonar tech that threw up everywhere. We were on the surface transiting from, I think it was Thailand to Singapore, and one reason or another we weren't going to take that trip submerged. It was the majority of the day surface.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the course we took, not enough depth or whatever it was.
Practice, but or something. Who knows?
We were on the surface for the majority of the day, and we don't have bow planes. So,
what are bow planes? You put them out so the thing doesn't go like this.
Every iteration of submarine, they try to improve upon it based on how the old ones did. So my ship had stern planes in the back, and obviously the rudder. They all got a rudder, but the stern planes in the back, and then we had fairwater planes, which are actually up on that little bit at the top called the sail. And the idea was we put them in the middle so that when we're at periscope depth, we control depth, and you can pull on the submarine from the center, and it won't affect the angles that much. Because when you're really close to the top of the water, you don't want an angle change because your ass end will poke out or the front end. I got a decent story of
hi guys,
a junior officer trying to
not a sub anymore, are you?
I got a good story of a junior officer trying to maintain periscope depth, and he gets this. We get really heavy up front, and the whole propeller is out of the water, and the scope operator is looking at it, and then everything he has, everything the scope operator sees is on a monitor next to where you're driving. So I'm driving, and of course we're at an angle, so I'm like, and I'm looking at the monitor. The scope operator is looking at the propeller.
Driving, you're just following,
just slinging rooster tails of water. I was like, holy shit, and the captain's giving this guy all kinds of hell. Because it takes forever. Now you got to fight gravity to move the water up front to the back to level you out.
Think. It's not like a video. You can just go, pop it back down.
It's like you're going to be embarrassed for a good 5 minutes here until all the water gets back there.
Well, not only that, maybe 5 years.
But you lose propulsion. So eventually you bob,
just going like this.
You bob back in, and then you just come up, and it just
do it again.
It keeps getting worse. But I remember like 3 jumps of a tangent right there.
Now you're screwed.
Yep, there's no reclaiming where I was. There was shooting the guy shooting the army guy shooting well, and then shot slugs inside of the submarine.
Oh yeah, and that was wild when we were deploying to the Med. They suddenly issued everyone shotguns, and I was like, okay. And then we went to the.
While you were on a ship?
No. We're Camp Zoom, but we were going to deploy, and then all of a sudden.
Okay.
Oh, this is my first deployment, so I was like, what, a Lance Corporal or something like that? But then it's like, okay, we're going to the shotgun range. I'm like, shotgun range? Like, the only time I've ever seen a soldier with a shotgun was the movie Platoon.
Yeah.
That dude, he's like, it was badass. But actually, it turns out, shotgun, I fell in love with that. First of all, it's big, nasty, dangerous, makes a mess of people. And everyone all over the world, third world countries, they know what that shit is. An M16 or a little A4, at least back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I liked having it around.
We called on shotguns.
That's what I hate about movies. And they're always like, they always rack it. And I'm like, did you just lose a round?
Yeah.
What the hell did you do that for? I saw a kid on the rifle range. He thought his rifle was raining. He just kept racking it, and rounds kept coming out. And the coach, not a drill instructor, the guys that wear the Pyth or PIV helmets, whatever, he just goes, "Are you going to empty the whole fucking magazine?" Okay, I don't know. Is that what you want? It was just funny how your IQ can suddenly drop when you're in the military, when you're in an unfamiliar environment. And that's what I was saying. I found this irresistible to do stupid things in the military. Look at the distance. You know me. That I go now just for humor. I'll spend the entire day setting up a prank for my wife. And I'm like, God, that wasn't worth it. But just like I'll go any length when they say something. I'm like, God, you know what would be funny? If somebody asked this dumbest fucking question you could fucking ask right now. And then even later, my teammates were like, what the fuck did you do that for? Like, you know that. And I was just like, I forgot. Like, this motherfucker.
I forgot.
What are you going to say? So, my favorite thing before I was
I forgot I didn't know that.
Before I was a non-com, I would just say, because I'm a dumbass staff sergeant. And then they're like,
yeah.
That
way it gets old quick.
I'll just take care of that. I am a dumbass. But I just would do shit like that, like on the parade deck in boot camp. Paris Island, man, parade deck. You're out there, fucking bugs in your ears and shit, and you're doing all this marching.
Yeah.
And then we were in platoon formation, and the senior drill instructor, because as we're getting close to what they call final drill and all the shit, we're going to get assessed. Well, he's going to get assessed on how well we can drill. And for some reason, we're at Port Arms, and he goes, I don't know what made me do it, man. I find it irresistible. He just goes, you don't fuck up that command. When you get fucking, what do they call it? Anyway, a lot of guys had trouble getting the bolt to lock to the rear on that instant order. But it's really not their fault because boot camp weapons, you haven't shot them. And so they're just so clean, they don't keep a lot of CLP on them. So,
Yeah.
So you can't do that real fancy, which you get good at. But and then he talked about, don't let me see you milk that fucking handguard. And I'm like, milk the handguard? What, like this? This jar. This jar. He freaked out on me. Right? And I'm tall, too, so I'm all the way at the front of the fucking platoon. Yeah. They always do everything biggest. And I was just like, he lost his mind. Some other dude did something stupid. And he goes, fall out over there. Foster, you go with him. And he goes, drill instructor, because he's a senior.
Yeah.
I want you to kill him. Pop his fucking heart. And I'm like, here we go. But I used to like getting smoked sometimes at boot camp. Yeah. So I was like, I'm good in shape.
Well, I mean, you can only go until you can't go, and then it's over.
Yeah, that's what you think. But so this motherfucker, drill instructor, that's our push bomb, takes us into the barracks. And this is what I told you, just strip your shit off, right? So you take your blouse off, your war gear, snag your rifles. We're running in place, push-ups, squat thrusts, 8-count bodybuilders, monkey fuckers, you name it, right? We're dripping sweat. And then we get up and we got to run with your hands out like this. And that's when I told you, the dude next to me, Foster, we're running like this. And he saved my life because he just went like this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. And I shit you not, the drill instructor just did a beeline into the bathroom, into the restroom, into the head. Because he was going to lose his bearing.
Couldn't manage.
Because that shit was funny. I'm like this. I'm dying, but I'm like, I start laughing because he just literally, oh, Jesus. And I thought, wow, the ball's on that guy. Because I didn't think of anything to say.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. And I was like, and the drill instructor he left, came back, he's like, all right, drink water. I'm like, thank God it's over. And then we drink water. He's like, get back up there. Fuck, man. He really is going to kill it, man. But that was the funniest shit ever. And God bless Foster. He was a good guy, man. That's the one that unfortunately drowned in Uncle Warfare training.
Yeah.
Jungle Warfare training. Couldn't believe that, man. But anyway, I just had this thing, man, where I would sometimes just have to just have to do it. Like again, another fake war we were in at the Marine Corps Mount facility, military operations and urban terrain. They called index. End of the war. It's been a week. We've been fucking around in this goddamn fake city. And so all of a sudden you'll hear index and you'll hear Alpha Company, Bravo. You'll hear all these people all over Camp Lejeune, that training area, blowing off ammo.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's blanks.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do that, because any Marine that has any experience, you blast a bunch of blanks through your shit. It's way harder to clean than real, because nothing goes through there.
Right.
And so my lieutenant at the time, he comes over the net and he goes, if I hear 150 cal round, you're going to answer directly to me. And I'm like, just one? And I was like, playing with a butterfly trigger on a 50 cal, and I went, that motor made me dig a fucking 6x6. Just straight down, just dig. I was like, okay. I thought it was hilarious, and so did everybody else, by the way. Because I waited like 10 seconds. Silence, man. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it won't go off. Thug, thug, thug. It's a 50 cal. It's thug, thug, thug. It was loud as shit, man.
The timing of that is funny, because you're like, all right,
the whole war shut down.
Only someone out to do it intentionally or so fucking stupid would make it happen.
Stupid. I just couldn't help it. I'm like,
right, that's what makes
150 cal round? I mean, come on. Didn't hurt anybody a minute ago. That's all he made me do, just dig a big asshole.
Reaction from people. I can't believe it happened.
I didn't think you were that stupid.
After I said not to.
That was a crazy unit, man. That one time we were watching this. Where were we? It was a dump, man. We had watching airfield. It's another common mission in Marines. You go take over an airfield. I'm sitting at the end of this runway with a cat platoon combined in the armor. Even though we never saw any armor ever, but it was the optics, man. The thermal optics on the tow gun that you could use. Plus, you could just hit bunkers, buildings, people, trucks. You can do whatever you want with that fucking thing. And we're sitting there, and I'll never forget when they gave the deployment assignments. They post them just like college. You go out and see your grades.
Yeah.
They post the assignments. So Kreider and I, my roommate, guy I was stuck with forever. I love the guy. We're stuck with. Looks at it. Also, it looks like we are with the platoon sergeant. And Kreider, I was a lot more naive than Kreider. He just goes, someone's trying to protect himself. I mean, because, by that point, man, me and this guy were pretty well established. I'd been through all the courses, all the training and everything, and I was like, are you telling me I'm going to drive a fucking Humvee? I've been to NCO, but it was like a stacked.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So we'd get so bored out on these missions. One at a time, we'd say shit to shock you, like just weird shit. And I used to put my helmet on the steering wheel and just lay there. And my platoon sergeant, I can't remember what he said, but then I just busted out out of nowhere. I was like, oh, we used to like to read from the back pages of a porno magazine.
Yeah.
Because it had these most ridiculous ads you've ever seen. Join the Lesbo Loft. Watch as D2's chicks get it on with cum-covered double dildos. It just sounded hilarious. And so I was like
a monster truck rally.
Just stupid shit. Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, we'd say it like that. Check out these two chicks as they get it on with two cum-covered double dildos. They wreck the Lesbo Loft. And it was just hilarious.
I used to read out of the dictionary like a speak and spell.
That's funny, but not as funny as my thing.
Oh, yeah.
So he's sitting there and it gets quiet. So I just thought of this thing. I was like, I want you to fuck my ass while I eat shit out of a dog bowl. And this motherfucker's drinking out of his Camelback. He's like, I don't know what. It just got him. For the rest of the night, man, he's like, say that shit again. I'm like, I can't say. And then and then later on, I shit you not, we'd be in formation on the helo deck on the ship we were on. He'd come out and go like, all right, more Marines, we got everybody, swell leaders, we got everybody. He's like, kick it, Lejour. And I would yell. I was like, I want you to fuck my ass while I eat shit out of a dog bowl. And when I look over my shoulder, I better see smoke. That's when I threw in there. And you should have seen the sailors. They were like, it's a good thing I didn't join the Marines. I want you to. He loved it. And then,
Dog shit. That's a line crosser for
oh
me.
yeah, well, it's a dog bowl.
What if I get fucked in the head?
Yeah. And I don't have a dog bowl. What then? So, and then, I was in a sour mood one time on fucking Float, dude, and he goes, kick it, LeJour. I was like, I want you to fuck my ass while I eat shit out of a dog. Shut the fuck up. He got mad at me, dude.
Yeah, you didn't do it right.
Yeah.
God
damn it.
Leave, come back in, do it over.
No, man overboard here in a second if you don't do it right.
Those are fun. I remember doing man overboard drills. With the helm on the surface.
So I loved when they dropped the back of the ship and you can swim until you look down. You're like, hey, where's the bottom?
Yeah.
Not one.
It's way down there.
Yeah. It's like really deep.
You'd get.
Oh, another dumb question. I couldn't help it. On the ship, we're just like killing time. I think we're in Puerto Rico or something like that. And, you float down there for like practice and then you go across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And then one guy's like, dude, we got a whole fleet. I can't remember who was talking about it. A sailor. And he was like, oh, we got the whole shit with us now. Like some big shit's going down. He says, we got 2 subs and everything. And I just literally went, where are they? And he just goes, I'm like, okay, bro, well, you brought it up. So I thought you knew where they were. I get it. They're yeah, the ocean. But he said it like, that's not my fault, man.
Right.
It's not my fault. But he said it like we should know. And I'm like, okay, are they like sticking up? I'm like, where are they?
Below the carrier.
But the look on his face,
anyone's curious.
he's like a Marine would ask me that. I'm like, hey, fuck up. You know what else a Marine does?
We're down there doing the same
Come
thing.
take you out of your rack tonight. We're going to have a little fun.
We're doing the same thing all the other boats are doing. Defending the aircraft carrier. That's what you do.
We had what's the difference? We had a Wasp class, like a smaller aircraft carrier. So I had like Harriers, Cobras, and all that shit. Because it was in the MU, Marine Expeditionary Unit.
Yeah, I imagine just the size. Like, size determines, like, I guess, your operational
Hell yeah,
conditions. Yeah.
So, and then my stupid questions, I just couldn't help myself sometimes. And again, I knew it was stupid, but I'm just like, God, it would be funny. At my expense. But it's just too funny to pass up.
Well, you got to see you got to see the look on people's face. It's like,
I have a question.
It's actually a sign of intelligence.
People are like, put your fucking hands
It's a sign of intelligence.
Sure it is.
You ask a dumb question so that I can observe how you deal with a dumb question. That's really what you're doing.
And then
you're waiting for your entertainment.
Good job.
Yeah. It's a creative mindset.
Exactly. It's like the guy looked at me and was like, where's the sub? And I'm like, I'm obviously being facetious. You know what that means, little fucking sailor?
When you make up your own story, like you know half of it, and you need them to finish. Like, when you connect to the sub and you let them take over driving, what do you guys do when you don't have to steer?
We practice steering. Yeah, we just sit over there and go.
Like the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Like, rides the other plane.
Yeah, I don't know. But the silly, I miss that stuff. But you're talking about nuclear subs. I mean, speaking of World War III, like what is it? The cherry blossoms now.
Yeah, they're all open.
Cherry blossoms. Everyone's freaking out. Well, we're in D.C., so the Japanese gave it to us in 1912, which I didn't know was that long ago. And then I feel like they saw how well it worked out, and they're like, hey, we want those back. Like around 40-ish?
They wanted the trees back?
No, they wanted the goodwill back, right? Yeah, they were like, hey, we gave you all those trees. We didn't know it would be that cool, and either take them down or give them back. And then they were like, and then they bombed Pearl Harbor. That was the real reason World War II started. Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, one of the many reasons. Like we need a good cover story for why we're about to attack these people.
Fucking trees, man. Pretty trees. They're so pretty.
That's asking for trees.
I can't believe how much news covered. Like, the cherry blossoms are almost in full bloom. It's like they got a camera on one thing. They're like, here it comes. Here it comes just any day. Not any second, not any moment. Oh, any day.
Look at like a group of people walking.
And they're now in full bloom and it's over. Oh, and but the best thing in the world, dude, Washington, D.C., the chief, the head guy, the head park ranger, his name is Mike, M-I-K-E, Litteris, L-I-T-O, whatever, Litteris. So the fucking dude reads Mike Litteris. And so the amount of shit he gets, dude. And I love it when he pops up in the morning and it's like, Mike Litteris here to talk about cherry trees. Really? Let me hear about it from Mike Litteris.
He sounds like an expert.
Clitoris, cherries, all means the same thing. Definitely doesn't taste the same.
Well, very much like last year, they're back alive. The trees and their blossoms.
Yep. And by the way, DC, this is going to be another traffic jam for everybody.
Yeah, don't come.
The fucking trees.
Don't come look at them. That's why that's why I've elected to expose myself and my name.
With Mike Litteris.
For your benefit.
Look it up, man. It's Mike Litteris. Poor guy. I mean, I don't care, but
that had to have been the dad's idea. He snuck that one by mom. It's a hard bout of giving birth to your child.
He probably looked at his son. He was like, he looks like a fucking geek.
We're going to call him Mike.
Yeah.
So Michael? No.
No.
Just Mike. I don't want to screw this up.
It's going to be a Michael Litteris. Michael.
He's going to grow up to maintain the cherries of DC.
It sounds weird. What else we got?
I don't know. It'd be nice to say nice things about other people. I just have limited experience. I think in the Navy, like, you interact with, unless it's someone from another branch that joined the Navy.
I interacted with the Air Force, too.
We were next to an Air Force base.
That was interesting.
They got cool bases.
Check it out.
They got
Don't
awesome
even
bases.
get me fucking started.
Hickam Air Force Base is like a tropical paradise.
Yes,
dude.
I know, man.
Like
but then
in Pearl Harbor.
I think we went
Pearl Harbor and Hickam. They got
never got to
guards
do a
there.
Westpac, but
they got guards on the Pearl Harbor side.
We flew to.
They keep the Navy guys from coming.
I think it was called Dakota Air Force Base, the one that's on mainland Japan. You know what I'm talking about? It's called Dakota Air Force Base. So we land there, and first of all, we get on a C-141. That was it. And so check it out how you're. So 11 notch is better than a C-130. C-141. They were flying guys in Vietnam.
Right.
So along the.
That's what I meant.
So if I'm sitting here, I'm looking this way in the fuselage of the aircraft, like the window's that way. There's a Marine facing you, so they sit with their backs to the fuselage, right?
Yeah.
And then there's in the middle another bench where you're almost knee to knee, guys facing you, and on the other side there's a Marine with his head behind you. Then the same thing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, all the way back, and you're jammed in there. You're shoulder to shoulder, knee to knee, and so they get us in the airplane, and we're on the tarmac. And this Air Force dude, he's pretty casual. He gets on the mic, and so we're looking, and he starts talking about shit. But they made a huge mistake. This is like a whole company of Marines. And they gave us these box lunches.
Not enough?
Not only that, no. Everyone's like, hey, did you get a cookie? I'll give you my cookie for your mayonnaise. I don't even like cookies. That's the discussion. And, I felt such a child sometimes, like this big killing force. But, hey, yo, you gonna eat that? And so that's all dudes are doing. Fuck this. You gotta get. And he's like, he's like trying to give us the rules of the flight or whatever. And it's not like we're on fucking United, We get it. We're gonna sit here with our shit on for the next 2 hours, and he's trying to get our attention. So, and nobody gives a fuck. And my platoon sergeant just stands up and goes, everybody shut the fuck up, look up here, snap eyes now! And then the dude, the look on the Air Force guy's face, he's like, that was horrible. But here's the reaction of the Marine Corps. We just went, you Ross S-Arm? What's up? And he just, the way he yelled, and of course he was a former drill instructor, comes like, look up here. And it took the guy a minute to recover. I'm like, hey man, you better start talking before he yells at you. And he's just like, the shock was gold. It was worth that 2 hour shitty flight. He just goes, The cabin's pressurized so we don't die. You know, it's just like...
Kids are wondering why you don't die. Has a lot.
I'm not dead yet.
Has a lot to do with the pressure.
Yeah, because we're high up. But that was my first interaction. So we land, and they, I don't know, I can't remember, they bust us or whatever, I'm sure they did, over to this Air Force base, and they're like, you guys got to eat again, or whatever. So we go to the chow hall, and the food's outstanding, and there's little signs on the table that says, don't touch my tray. Because Marines all do the same thing. You eat, you clean up, it needs to be better than it looked than when you got there. That's the rule of the Marine Corps. Wherever we were, it better look better when we leave than when we got there.
Yep.
You know, and so all these Marines keep going up there like, Jesus Christ, man, leave it on the fucking table. It was like a big deal. We're like, Marine can't leave on table. Cannot compute. And I was like, yeah, I'll leave it on the fucking table. You want me to piss on it? What do you want me to do? Take a shit right here?
God.